Hi everyone. Somebody asked me this question: Is it easy to run a school? And my answer to him was like, I mean, if everyone is playing their role, fulfilling their responsibilities, then yes, it is easy because there are so many elements in a school. There are teachers, there are parents, there are students, non-teaching staff, cafeteria, management. So if everyone is playing their role, everyone is performing their duties and responsibilities, then yes, it is easy to run a school, not just run a school but run successfully. So in this video, I want to talk specific about the roles played by management and the teachers, because they play a majority of the part. So most of the time I've seen that there are posts where the teachers are not happy with the management, or the managements are not happy with the expectations set for the teachers. And so I'm going to talk about 5 areas. The first is the expectation. A lot of time we have seen that management have set expectations for the teachers that they are required to fulfill, but at the same time teachers could also have expectations from the management. It could be in terms of resources or trainings, or giving a chance to develop their skills. So it's all about a mutual relationship where management fulfills teachers' expectation, and teachers fulfill the expectations from the management in terms of performing their duties and roles assigned. So if everyone is doing fulfilling each other's expectation, then there will never be a conflict. The second area is experience and expertise. So it is seen that sometimes we are confused with whether we need an experienced teacher or we need someone who has expertise, because they both go hand in hand. If you are a fresher, definitely you will start somewhere, you will gain experience, and you will move forward if you also have the expertise. It can be subject knowledge, content. You are strong at your content, you are strong at delivering the instruction. There are so many other skills that a teacher develops with experience. So now when it comes to experience, it's not just that the teacher needs to be experienced and expert, but the management also needs to be. Because sometimes I see in one of the case where the management has the qualification, whether it's principal or the chairman or anybody, but they have never been in a teacher's shoes. So when you have no experience, and then you want to rule or you want to tell the teacher to do certain thing in a certain way, it's really a battle, because as a teacher, an experienced teacher who has been in a classroom, he or she understands that what you're asking of is a little difficult, or maybe not possible based on his or her experience. So it's really essential that both are experienced, and if one is not, then it's really a matter of communication, conversation, where you give voice to teachers in case you are not experienced. So experience and expertise is for both management as well as teachers. And I believe there is no harm learning from your subordinates, because learning is like lifelong process. We keep learning, nobody's perfect. The third area I want to talk about is developing or diminishing your teachers. Most of the time we have seen that you hire an experienced teacher, he or she is great at her or his subject knowledge. They have the skills that you require them, but with time there are so many things are coming up. Talking about this pandemic, the teacher really need to have a sound technology knowledge. They have to be tech savvy, because everything switched from offline to online. So adapting to that situation, you really need teachers to be flexible, and that's where you need them to give trainings in terms of if you have any software or tool that you're using. So this process is like teachers do need ongoing development. It can be in the form of workshops, it can be in the form of webinars or seminars or training sessions by the school, or from consultants outside the school. So if you don't develop your teachers, then somewhere you're diminishing their skills. And it's again vice versa. Whoever is in the management really need to practice their skill, and it has to be with partnership with the teachers, parents, students, everyone, involving all the elements. The next factor is are you being a boss or a leader? It's for both teachers as well as the management, because management is handling the staff, the teaching staff or the non-teaching staff. So if you are being boss, you are being a dictator. You do not take teachers' perspective into consideration. And so you really need to be a leader, where if you are implementing something new, you show them how it's going to work, how it's going to look like, sound like. Same way teachers, when you're in the classroom, because you are the authority, you really have to be a leader by, if you are explaining any concept, don't just go and give a speech, because there are students who may not understand it. There are students who may be slow at grasping or processing that information. So you really need to be an example. So maybe you use various presentations, various means of let the student choose what way they want to express their knowledge. So it's really about being a boss or leader. And last factor but not the least is growth mindset versus fixed mindset. It's really essential that if you have a growth mindset, you always have a space where you give other people a chance to grow. If you have a fixed mindset, you're always looking for flaws. Sometimes we have personal grudges, and that kind of comes into our observation, or in terms of how you look at a particular staff member. So it's really essential that personal should not interfere in your profession, personal terms. And so with a growth mindset, you're always looking for the strength first, whether you're a management or the teacher. The teachers need to look at the positives of the student first. The management needs to look at the strengths of the teacher. And then at the same time, you are trying to develop the areas of improvement. So management is trying to provide help, assistance, resources to the teachers who have certain areas that needs to be developed, and teachers are giving the same to the students. And it's all about reaching out. There's no harm reaching out. If as a teacher I'm struggling with any area, there's no harm reaching out. When I was in US, I was struggling with a specific area. I reached out to my principal and coach, and they really helped me with the strategies and ways, and it was wonder. So I hope as a school management as well as teacher, take all these considerations, all these factors into considerations. And because if the main priority is the student. If students grow, the school grows. So if students are not growing, the school will not grow eventually. So hope you take care of all this. My next video would be on teaching, learning, observation framework. That is for the teachers, which is conscious, that will help teachers to develop their skills and not being scared of being rated. Till then, bye bye. Stay safe, stay healthy.